Okay, so this is part 98 of our trading challenge. We have $80,000 in our account. We started on $10,000. Our target is $1,000,000. So we're about 800% up on our initial equity. Every single trade we have been posting on YouTube. You can scroll through all the episodes. So everything is super transparent. I would say, had one of our biggest losses in the last few days on XPL or Plasma. So I just closed out the trade. So for those of you in the Discord and Telegram, you would be able to see the live trade alerts, the positions that we closed. You can see we closed the XPL long, and it was a $36,000 long that we closed. So that was, I think it's one of the times I deviated from our plan, and it's completely my fault. But yeah, I think I got influenced by the community and a lot of traders whom I trusted or who I think highly of. They were very bullish on Plasma, and they're also very much underwater. But I thought it's better we just cut the loss and move on and continue working on our strategy. We're still up 8x from when we started. So let's go ahead and open up P&L analysis. And I shared this with you guys because I want to be sharing all my wins and the losses, not just the wins like everyone else on social media does. So this is the P&L analysis from the last 180 days from when we started. Right, you can still see we are up, what's the number? Like $66,000 in that time period. And this was the loss. Well, we had 3 days of losing trades. But yeah, overall, we're still in an uptrend. Our cumulative curve is still very much in an uptrend. We had this nasty drawdown with the XPL long. Honestly, that has been the position that was the most difficult for us. But overall, we're still up. And I don't know any other social media influencer that shares their trades as transparently as I do. And I've recently opened my Discord, so everyone who will join, you can join for free. You will get sent to the start here page. You see all of my track record, testimonials. If you want the free access to all of the signals, you have to trade either on MEXC or Bybit. Referral links, these are the alerts that you get. So you get all of my positions in real time, all the open trades and updates to existing positions as well. Otherwise, you just get the general chat and trades preview without the actual details of the positions. It gives you the option as well to subscribe if you're interested in paying and you can't trade on Bybit or MEXC, or if you don't want to trade on those two. So that's something new. I'm going to be working on that. In terms of our current exposures, we have 70 positions open at the moment. Our bias is ever so slightly short, just because the market is pretty weak. That's only that's only in the short term. So I might add a little bit to the longs that we currently have, but at the moment, I would say at the moment, that's second. I just realized I think the video is not proper. Oh yeah, it is. I thought for a second that we're not centered on the video stream. So all good. Yeah, so that's kind of the game plan, is to try and rebalance our book a little bit more neutral. As I don't really know what the market is going to be doing. In the other video I did, I mentioned that we've opened a lighter vault as well. So we will, let's see which one it is. Yeah. So we opened our lighter vault. I'll leave the link in the description as well. So it's the same strategy that we've been running on our MEXC account, but this time you'll be earning points for the lighter airdrop, and I'll be trading for you the same strategy. So you can see these are our open positions. I just started out, so there's a little bit of drawdown, I think like 10% or something on a very small balance. So I'm going to be running this up. For those of you who want to earn, you get double points or maybe even 4x the amount of points if you're trading, if you're depositing money in the public pool on Lighter. So that's one of my other focuses in the coming weeks. Otherwise, our biggest long is OG, which it is underwater, 4.8k, but then we've got 1.7k in funding that we've collected. So I'm going to continue holding this trade. And something else that I'm doing at the moment is farming a couple of other dexes, like Hyperliquid or like Lighter, but a few other ones. So what I did is I made a report on Claude Deep Research. I think this took over 2 hours to put together. But in short, and you guys can do this if you want, I'll leave the links if you guys want access to these exchanges. But in short, these are all the upcoming airdrops, right? So I'm avoiding Aster. These are all decentralized trading exchanges, so you can trade perps on these. So I'm personally going to be farming Lighter, Extended, HX, and Paradex. You can see Aster, we've got a pretty high risk score. But you can go through all of this, and we're not going to spend all of our time, but essentially I'm going to be trading on EdgeX. These are the strengths, right? In terms of they've got high annualized revenue. The actual user interface is very good. I used it before. I mean, we can have a look. I have it open on the other tabs. Yeah, so the user, it looks just like Lighter, right? You can trade, deposit into vaults, but you'll be earning points. So EdgeX is something I'm going to be farming. It's very high up on our research tier. Extended, again, I think the team is X Revolut. Again, they have very good, I think, liquidity and UI user interface, and it's pretty early on for Extended. Lighter, they have quite a bit of volume from market makers, but I still think the airdrop is going to be very, very big, despite the red flags, just because there's no trading fees at the moment, so it's very normal for the volume and open interest ratio to be this high. But each point is worth $54 now OTC, so that's something you can't deny. Aster, I'm avoiding. So yeah, the plan is for me, in terms of the airdrops, I'm going to be farming EdgeX, Extended, Lighter, and Paradex. And these are the expected TGs. So end of 25, start of 26, start of 26, and then end of 25. And these are the opportunity scores. Pacifica, I'm going to dive into further. It's on Solana, so that might be in the next video. But they look quite interesting. I don't know anyone using them personally, but I think it could be a pretty good one as well. So I'll leave all these links in the description. You can run pretty simple funding ARB strategies, or you can just long, for example, Sol on Paradex, short Sol on Extended, and just hold these positions and just rebalance. And then you're collecting points in both, and you're somewhat sort of market neutral. Just make sure you're not over leveraged so you get liquidated. But that's an easy way of getting the points. I'm just trying to play this DEX meta because one of these, or maybe multiple of these, could be a very, very high point valuations. You can see Light is at $50 a point, as mentioned. And it could be pretty easy money, even if one of these or two of these goes similar levels to Hyperliquid, or even half of the success of Hyperliquid. But I do think Lighter looks like to be the highest. It looks like to be the main competitor of Hyperliquid. They seem to have a very good product. So that's kind of my game plan. Otherwise, in terms of the market, Right, XPL absolutely fucked us. It turns out the team was selling their tokens as TWAPs from here. So that's why we see this horrendous price action. A lot of the good traders I know, they were mega bullish here, and they were buying. So I started averaging in, and this is the levels you want to be buying at. But I don't know, guys. I can see us bouncing easily, but it's almost like I just want to forget this shit trade and not play it, because it doesn't follow my system. The FA might be really good, fundamentals, longer term, but the fact that the team was selling like, I don't know, it was $500 million of tokens or something, worth of dollars of tokens, it's pretty crappy, and yeah, not overly keen on this. Not overly keen on that. Otherwise, yeah, Order, Hyperliquid, and Mantle are still mega strong. And actually, Bitcoin is looking very strong lately. So this is a decent level for reversal. I'm not gonna lie. We literally tagged the previous week's high. You can see this dark maroon line. This actually wouldn't be the worst short in the world. Very tight invalidation. Yeah, so Bitcoin otherwise is looking super strong. And ETH as well is looking decent. Market itself, yeah, the market itself is looking pretty strong. It is looking pretty strong. We just need to see what the reaction is at this level, because yeah, we had deviations above and then we just went lower. But yeah, I do think that, yeah, we're still in a big uptrend. So you want to be buying quality projects and chilling, and probably farming airdrops is a good way to go. So that's it. Bit of a boring / tough one, because I went too deep on XPL, and that was driven by FOMO and reading and listening and speaking to traders that I respect and I know. Yeah, in hindsight, it has taught me to just stick to my own system and plan, because clearly it's been working. And no matter how good everyone thinks something is, you just never know when you get shit like this, when the team decides to dump everything that's supposed to be locked up. Anyway, I think that's it. I'm going to leave all the links to the Lighter invites, to my pool on Lighter, to some of these exchanges that I'm going to be farming. The best way to farm is usually to hold the positions. So not just purely on volume, like wash trading, but it is actually to hold the positions for a few hours / days to generate some sort of open interest. Not just purely buying, selling like a market maker. So I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, anything you want me to take a look at, you can obviously post in the general chat, in the community section on the Discord. I'm going to be reworking on a lot of things here. It's still a work in progress. At the moment, just the live trade alerts and signals are open. Otherwise, yeah, we'll keep on being transparent. We'll keep on uploading everything. I'll share with you my wins and my losses, and we will, yeah, and I'll see you in the next episode, and we'll see what our results will be by then. Cool, peace.